Thanks, Tom.
Did you say thanks, Tom? You're right on.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow, just thinking of you and the way you look. I'm Frank Sinatra. I never thought I'd be in front of the big lights and with girls swooning around me everywhere I went. It all started that day in 1935 when I went on a date with my future wife, Nancy Barbato. She was my first marriage of 4, and we went to go see Bing Crosby, which was a famous artist at the time. And when I was listening to her, or to him, I felt like I should have been the one on that stage singing. So that's where my career started, and I got my big break when I joined the group called the Three Flashes. We later called it the Hoboken Four. And then we were practicing, and I got a call from the Rustic Cabin, which was a place where a lot of famous artists had been having their concerts and stuff. And they said, "Hey Frank, why don't you come perform at the Rustic Cabin?" So I didn't think there was going to be many people there because not many people in New York knew me. So when I went there, to my surprise, it was sold out. And I was very nervous when I came up to the stage, but I sang from the bottom of my heart and I knocked their socks off. This is where I started to get noticed by all the producers. I later had to leave the Hoboken Four. I joined a production group with Tommy Dorsey, a really good trombonist at the time, and we made my first chart topper called "I'll Never Smile Again." This is where I got a lot of recording contracts with Warner Brothers, or not Warner Brothers, but I kept getting hit after hit. Then temptation came over me, and the scandal of Ava Gardner and I got out. And I had already been getting after from the press for womanizing, my bad temper, and my mobster relations. And being from Italian roots, everybody knew me, and I had a lot of mobster relations. And I knew everybody from the guy at the hot dog stand to the President of the United States. And so me and Nancy's marriage quickly turned to dust, and then I later married Ava Gardner. And so I joined the Rat Pack in 1950, which was comprised of Peter Lawford, Sammy Davis Jr., Dean Martin, and I. And I knew this group had enough talent to go around, but I never knew how much fun we would have together. We would play most commonly at the Sands Hotel in Las Vegas, which started a booming singing career for me in Las Vegas. And it was super fun, and me and Peter Lawford, having relations to JFK, he had us come in and start a campaign for him before his election. And JFK started getting some bad press because they thought he was talking to the mobs with me. And so once he was elected president, he quickly got out of there and we parted ways. When I was singing, it was during World War II, and a lot of people were down on, they just had come out of a depression, and I wanted to be a soldier and try to enlist, but when I was born, my eardrum was burst, so they didn't let me enlist. So I went with Bing Crosby and performed for the soldiers, and I was a way for people to lay back and just listen to music and escape from life. And that's the way I want